In Revelation, our blessed Lord speaks about those who are considered lukewarm. He says that he will spit these people out of his mouth, implying that they have no chance of salvation. What does it mean to be lukewarm, and how can we avoid this? Does lukewarm mean that those who have doubts in their faith, or maybe there's something more here that he's actually going to reject them? What is actually meant here, Father?
He said, if he who is not with me is against me. No man can serve two masters. So what he's saying here is that we really have to be all in with him. He wants all of us. He wants all of our devotion. He doesn't have room for us to have him as one God and then something else as another God. And we make all kinds of things God. Any creature could be made God. A thing, a position, a status, wealth, another person, even our spouse, if we don't love them for the sake of God. So what he's saying here, and I love it, especially in the Dewey Reams translation. I just want to read that because it's so earthy. He says, I know thy works, that thou art neither cold nor hot. I would that thou wert cold or hot. But because thou art lukewarm and neither cold nor hot, I will begin to vomit thee out of my mouth. So what he's saying is that we have to be all in. We can't just say, I'll be a Catholic on Sunday. I'm not just going to be devout when I'm in church. He's saying that your whole life has to be reflective of the fact that you believe that I am your Lord and your master alone. He has every right to do that because he created us. We are his. We wouldn't be here without him. And so he has every right to expect that we're going to be totally his. And so when he was speaking to some of the churches through St. John and the book of the Apocalypse, or also called Revelation, he was poking those that were maybe not all in with him. Maybe they had slid back a bit. Maybe they were only half-hearted and maybe giving some of their lives to sin or to creatures and neglecting him. So that's what he means, that we have to be not lukewarm. He says be hot or cold. And of course, he wants us to be hot for him and cold for sin. Now, you ask, Bernard, if lukewarm means that you have doubts in your faith. No, doubts are not. So there's a difference between questions and doubts. 1,000 questions about your faith do not equal one doubt. To doubt, to say, I don't believe that Christ was right about this, or I don't believe that the church really can say this, or something about a teaching of the church that comes from Christ. That would be sinful, yes. But we might say, how can it be that God becomes present on our altars? It's hard to understand without saying, I don't believe it. We can say, well, I don't understand why the church says that divorce is wrong. Why is this? That doesn't mean that we say, I reject it, I doubt it. So when we have questions, there's nothing wrong with that. Our faith and our reason are supposed to be compatible and go together. So if we ask questions, we have a question, we have a temptation to say, how can that be? If we go and look it up, we ask somebody knowledgeable, we talk to a priest, we're not giving into any sin there. So being lukewarm doesn't mean having temptations to doubt. Being lukewarm would, let's say, be having maybe temptations and then say, well, you know what? I don't want to find out the answer because I don't want to give up this thing that I'm doing. It might not be right, but the danger that I find out that it's wrong, it makes me not even want to pursue that. That would be one form of being lukewarm. So doubts are different from questions.